What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And in today's video, I want to give you guys an urgent market update as Bitcoin has gotten an absolute rip to the upside. We are now tapping the $30,000 level, which if you guys tuned into my live stream last night, you will know that we were looking at some key levels that may have been holding us back to making this move to the upside. And clearly we have smashed that level with gusto and have ripped up to that $30,000 level. So with this big move to the upside, I do want to bring to your attention some of the key levels of resistance we have above us and that key level that we're actually tapping right now, where we can expect some form of a cool off and where price may be headed next. And I also want to show you guys one of the things that we were looking at on the live stream last night that may have indicated that we were going to get this big move up. So without further ado, I don't want to waste any more time. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, but let's go ahead and jump right into the price action. So guys, here we are on the Bitcoin chart, and as you guys know, we have kind of just been wiggling around within these two major ranges. We have this one value area down here between about 28.8K, and the value area low of that range is about $26,868 or $26,860, which is going to be or was going to be our door to lower prices, because if you guys watch the show, you will know we were looking at a big volume gap that we had down here between that key level of support and this level down here at about $25,300 and $25,000 even. Now, we did not obviously get that move to the downside. That was our door to lower prices if we lost that level, but we were talking about if we were able to hold support on that value area low, which we did, we may want to look for a potential move to the upside, and the main targets for that move up was going to be the point of control of our current range here, which was 28,000, almost 28.1, and then obviously our value area high up here at 28.8K, really between 28.8 and 28.7K. Now, this was the level we were talking about on last night's live stream, saying, hey, if we continue to get this move to the upside from the hold of support on that value area low, if we were going to get that move up, this would be a very key level to watch, because we were saying if we were able to break this level and hold it as support, that would open up the door to start our move up to the point of control of our previous range that we were trading in, which is the point of control of our previous range all the way back from May of 2022. You guys know we've been looking at this range for a couple weeks now, and we knew that this was going to be the door. If flipped to support, we would be able to get our move up to about 30K, which again is that point of control of that previous range. Now we are hitting a very interesting level of resistance that we need to be aware of. It is basically the pocket between about 30,300 and the level that we're tapping right now, which is the point of control at about $30,000 even. Now, that $30,300 level is really the point of control of this little mini range that we were trading up here, in the recent past. And that $30,000 level is the more macro point of control of this entire range, right? So we have to be aware of these levels because it's likely going to give us some form of resistance. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a little box here. I'm going to draw this as a box. And we also have a 786 level right in the middle of that box as well. So this purple box, again, between about $30,300 and $30,000 even, is going to be a very, very key level to watch. If we do get that move to the downside, I would love to hold this golden pocket as support. If we can hold support on that golden pocket, we may be able to crack above that POC. And if that happens, we are going to be treating this just as we've been trading these ranges throughout all the way back since, I've been trading them like this forever, but we've been trading these ranges all the way back from Friday, March 17th of this year. We've been basically trading these sideways ranges, just looking for longs at the lows of the range, looking for shorts at the highs of the range. And when we're able to flip these value area highs from resistance to support and get another move up, we're just finding other ranges to trade. And if we are able to hop on top of that POC, we will be treating this like every other range, and we will be looking for that move up to the value area high, which is coming in at about $31,100. And that is just how the volume profiles behave, guys. The reason we would be expecting that is because we know when you're looking at these volume profiles, just like when you flip this value area high from resistance to support, we were expecting to move up to the POC. refer back to the live stream last night before this happened. Just like we were looking for that, we are going to look for the flip of resistance to support on this POC to get our move up to our next value area level, which again is going to be that previous value area high at about really closer to 31,200. But that is going to be the next key level of resistance. Obviously, we also have this little wick up here, so you could kind of draw this as a range as well, because that will likely give you a little bit of turbulence as well. So I would put a little bit of resistance out there. And if we break out of this previous value area high, guys, this is going to be another very, very key level, because if we're able to break out of this value area high and flip this to support, that may open the door to some higher prices. Now, where those higher prices might be, let's go ahead and find our visible range volume profile, pull up that volume, come out to a higher time frame, zoom out, and see where that volume is at. Now, as you can see, this is kind of our peak up here at about 31,200. And if we're able to break into this new low volume gap up here, you can see that when last time we fell through that gap, it did result in a pretty quick move down. This will likely result in the same thing on the way up if we're able to crack into that gap. Now, if we want to get a rip through that low volume gap to some higher prices, potentially up to the $35,000 level, we're going to have to break these highs that we made back here on June 1st of 2022 at about $32,300. If we're able to crack these highs from up here, we may be able to fall into this low volume gap and get, just like we got here, a quick move down. We may be able to get a quick move up to these lows, which again is coming in at that $35,000 level. So that would be the next level to the upside that I would be looking at, guys. But remember, we are starting to hit some interesting resistance, so nothing goes up in a straight line forever. Just remember, the road might be bumpy along the way, but these are the major key levels of resistance that I would be looking at. If we could break this first purple box, flip it to support, I would look for a move closer to this more macro previous value area high in that $30,000 or $31,000 and $31,200 level. And then obviously you do have this value area high locally, which may give you a bit of a fight as well at about $30,550. Now that we have the key levels of resistance out of the way, guys, I do just want to kind of talk to you guys about why we were looking for this move up on my live stream last night. And we are actually in a, I am actually in a long position that we called in the premium Discord, which I'm going to pull up in just a second. But I kind of want to talk about what we were seeing that was indicating that we may get this move up. And it all starts with the bullish divergence that was forming on the 4-hour time frame. You could see we were making lower lows on our price action into key support here as we were getting our momentum waves, making those higher lows, showing us that momentum is coming to the upside while price is continuing to come down, and that is giving us that discrepancy between the price action and our momentum waves, warranting a correction to the upside. So this was that number one thing that we saw, that bullish divergence on the 4-hour with money flow now starting to come up just a little bit here, but that was kind of the first key that we were looking at, saying, hey, we may be able to get a bounce at that value area low. So we were at key support, got the bullish divergence not only on the 4-hour, but we also got this on the 2-hour as well as other time frames. We were also starting to see money flow come up on these lower time frames, such as the 1 and the 2-hour. You can see we did get finally a money flow crossover into the green on the 2-hour. We are in the green on the 1-hour as well. But the one thing that was really making this likely that we would come up was something we looked at on the live stream last night, and that was the daily green dot. We were talking about I was saying if we were able to print that daily green dot, this 90-minute money flow crossover was very, very interesting to me, because sometimes when you have that daily green dot and you start getting money flow crossovers on time frames like your 90-minute or your 1-hour at the same time as that daily green dot, sometimes it can cause a big move to the upside. This is a strategy that I use all the time. We talk about it on my live stream all the time, and it is very, very powerful if Nothing plays out 100% of the time, but when these do play out, it is very, very powerful. And we were starting to get that money flow crossover last night, which was making me think, hey, that VWAP on the daily starting to come up. If we can print that green dot on the daily candle close, this is last night, that may be able to give us a big move up. And that is the thing that was letting me know that I should probably go ahead and hold on to my long positions. Again, these were given in the premium Discord. You can see here, I'll actually just pull them up. You can see here, we gave this setup, I think this was on Monday, we gave this setup at these levels down here at the lows of the range, looking for that long up to the local value area high, where that was the final take profit of our trade. At this point, this is kind of where, for me, I like to lock in profits, move my stop loss into profit, and then hold a moon bag in case we get that extra move up, in which case, this morning we did, and I will say, I wasn't expecting it to happen that fast, but we are still holding that long trade. We are still holding it, and we have profits locked in here. This is actually an older long, but it still gave me insight to hold that trade, and this is also an Ethereum long that I also gave in the premium Discord. Let's go to Alt TA here, and we were basically looking at the same thing with the bullish divergences on the 4-hour time frame, amongst other specific confirmations that we were looking at, just looking for a little scalp long up to that POC. But obviously, just by trading these ranges, we got up to that POC, and we broke above that POC. If we pull up Ethereum here real quick, as you can see, we made it to that point of control, and now that we are above that point of control, maybe a good place, or this would have been a good place to lock in profits. This all happened overnight, so I'm just still holding the trade. But we are now breaking above that POC, now opening the door to potentially come up to that $1,990 level. So again, a nice little scalp trade that was able to be turned into a much, much bigger kind of multi-day swing type trade, squeezing those extra gains out. And so shout out to anybody in the kitchen that saw that information, was able to take advantage of it and make some money off of these moves. It's a really good day for the Candle Mafia. So again, before I leave you guys, just one more time, those key levels to the upside are going to be this purple box right here, coming in between about 30,000. Coming in between about $30,300 and $30,000 even. And then if we can break above that, the next major key level I would be looking at is this level up here between about $31,000 and $31,300 is likely going to be your next major level of resistance. So, guys, let's cross our fingers and hope Bitcoin keeps ripping. But don't forget, we do have that weekly red dot that might start to bring us down in the medium to longer term. But we'll have to see if we're able to break above that previous value area high around $31,200. Things might get really exciting. And with all that being said, guys, that's all I got for this quick market update. I'll see you in the next one. Frankie Candles out.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you a